Hello everyone, and welcome to another Mango video with Grixis Death Shadow. I haven't played this deck in a long time actually on the channel, but this deck won the LMS in Paris in the hands of Daniel Fortunato, and he won with what maybe looked like a forgotten deck, honestly. When Ledger Shredder came out, the new companion of the deck had a Resurrection, but slowly fade away. Blue Murktide being better. Simply that's the answer. But I think now the metagame actually it's perfect for it because Leyline Binding is a card that I've been talked so much about it because it's important to know, this changes in the metagame. So Leyline Binding is very very good in the format, and that makes so the Murktide is a worse threat. And as a result, if Murktide is a worse threat than a deck like Death Shadow, whose threats don't really ask you very much. I mean, I guess Death Shadow asks you to fetch, but usually the Leyline Binding decks don't really pressure your life total, so you are free to damage yourself and pump the Death Shadow. So that naturally makes so that Death Shadow is a better threat than Murktide in a format where Leyline Binding is popular. Because usually these decks don't have blockers, usually these decks don't pressure your life total, so the Death Shadow can be a better threat. And again, this is just the analysis of why Grixis Shadow might come back and might be better than Murktide in the format, and why I wanted to play it today. Again, this list comes from the winner of the LMS in Bologna. That's a 450 people tournament, and I'm gonna be playing a league with it. Ooh, where is it? Grixis Death Shadow. That list is pretty stock. It's been the same for, I mean, since Canister won the challenge with the Shredder. I don't know how many months ago that was. Maybe 5 or 6. Not a single card was changed. I'm pretty sure. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a lovely morning or a lovely evening wherever you are in the world. They killed you with Sleep Through Space. What Sleep Through Space? Was that a 1 mana unblockable card from? I think that's the one that has the void, right? Yeah. Unlock a card, sure. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I played against Blue and Murktide the other day, and they had the new card that gives +1/+1 and X proof, but it's in constructed. You can't really play combat tricks. You can usually your spell slot need to be counters, discard, or removal spells. He can't be mystical disputed. That's true. But yeah, overall, it's interesting to see only one copy of Tourach Dread Cantor, because this card is a house against for color. There's 4 Unholy Heat, 1 Bolt, 1 Push. This is also interesting. Am I never coming back to Arena? Right now I don't think so. Although there is a future where Standard might come back in the competitive Magic circuit. So maybe when that will happen, I can see coming back. But right now there's no competitive Magic on Arena, and I also like way more to play with these cards. And I also one of the things that I like the most is I like to play Magic Online. I like to buy cards. I like to win prizes. I like because paper magic mimic Magic Online mimic paper magic. Magic Arena mimics, I don't know, Pokemon. And I'm not the type of I don't know, I'm more of a collectible guy. And interested in Pioneer Explorer. Oh, I made plenty of Pioneer content. Last week I made 2 Pioneer video on my YouTube channel. Explorer, yeah, I mean, that was, no, definitely not. Okay, Demolition 2/6 and start with Black Cliff Cliff. Let's go. Also, I have Jegantha Companion. If you remember, the other day I told you how Jegantha is not good in Zoo. But this deck is different because this deck prolongs the game, so you can actually afford to do that. Let's see what's on top. There's a Darcy. Alright, Darcy is good. I'm gonna draw Darcy. Yeah, exactly. So I was talking about Giganta being terrible in the Zoo deck. Because as you saw in that video, now is never close to returning, is never close to cast it because that was a fast deck. I also talk all the time about how bad this card is, and this is exactly the the reason. Also, but in this deck it's different because with this deck you have so many removal spell and discard spell, and the game actually goes long, and I can easily see this deck going to turn I don't know 10, and Giganta actually you cast it. Let's go Channeler and Thoughtseize. I might get Delirium here if I mill a creature or an instant. Obviously mill a land too. Oh, actually, they're playing with Blood Moon in their deck. They're playing with Blood Moon in their deck, so maybe I should have just gotten a Swamp here. Yeah, that was a mistake. Should have gotten a Swamp here. Anyway, let's take Spyro. Good. The only annoying thing about MTGO is that there's no untap to see the cards. Well, if you have to read the cards, it means that you're still probably not ready to play Magic Online. This is a very, very, let's say, expert platform. A lot of, like, yeah. Okay, so they go for the Kolaghan's command play, which is a strong play. I just still prefer it. Alright, drew the Swamp anyway. So they have the Dothy Woodwalker. I really don't care about Dothy Woodwalker. I'm just playing Iteration now. Hopefully I don't break. Andrea Riva, bonjour. Okay, I like Kroxa here. So their hand is Terminate and the other thing. I'm just probably going Ragavan right now. Kroxa, I like it in hand. So next turn I can go. Yeah, I like Ragavan here. So I go Kroxa in hand, bottom, exile. And then I go what? Steam Vents. I don't want to go Mountain because I have Shadow in my hand. Can go Blood Crypt. I only have 1 blue mana. This deck doesn't really need that much blue mana. Actually, I don't have Steam Vents. What I'm talking about. Alright, split Ragavan and pass. Go, Mengu, go. Riva, we're against your deck here. Rakdos Scam. I have 2 cards in hand. Sorry, 3 cards in hand. No, don't Blood Moon me. Alright, good. Terminate on my Ragavan. They will remain with 1 card, and that's perfect, because I'm going Drowning the Loch on Dothy, Kroxa, and you leave with no cards in hand. This one can get basic Mountain. I probably prefer it over basic Swamp. Yeah. So let me attack with Ragavan. My opponent will terminate it. That's why they should have terminated in their turn. Also, I might play the version with Undying Malice and things like that. I guess you have Dothy Woodwalker. But yeah, you should have definitely terminated in your turn. Because that's the thing, like if you're going to... Nah, I guess... Wow, you don't? Oh, I guess you play around... You play around my... You play around my Dash Ragavan, I guess, this way, sure. But this way, It's probably equal fine. So they have one card in hand. I'm gonna discard it with Kroxa. And they have no cards in hand. You see the difference here is that Expressive Iteration. This is a very old matchup, I have to say. Rakdos versus Grixis, and obviously Grixis was always favored because of the Expressive Iteration in the past. Things now change because the Rakdos deck now plays Blood Moon, which is a huge pain. Like, imagine if they go Blood Moon here. I wouldn't be able to cast many spells, but I would be able to cast Jegantha. So you see how, like, this is very early. None of us made a combat step, and this is where Jegantha comes handy. Whereas in Zoo deck, if none of us made a combat step on turn 5, it means I lost, because they killed all my things. And if I 8 mana 5, I won't change anything. They have one card in it. Let me go Kroxa. Have to delve away things that will leave me in delirium. So you have one card. Let's see if they drew a Fatal Push or a Terminate. And even if they did, I'll just flash it back next turn. Fury. Not great. GG. No, okay. Really have to be careful about. Really have to be careful about Blood Moon here. CSR, thank you for the prime. Welcome, welcome to the stream. Alright, opponent suicided. That's good to see. So that the game lasts least. Last least, can you say that? Is that a word? I don't know. Alright, playing against Rakdos. Rakdos. Ma. I don't know what to do against Rakdos. I can have Spell Pierce because this counters, but on the draw, Spell Pierce doesn't seem great. Going out on your terms, yeah. Signing in against Rakdos is hard. Do I only exercise English while streaming? Yeah, I mean, yes. I've been making legacy videos and modern videos for a very long time at this point. But yeah, it's my only way to practice English for sure. Hers is good. Is it though? What do they have? What do they have? I don't think hers is good. And you can set it in. It's gonna do no harm. It's just a large thing, but it also dies to K command, which is annoying. Honestly, I don't mind anything. I'll just run it back. There's argument for anything to come in and anything to come out, to be honest. Opponent with special 61. Man, it's so nice to just draw lands and spells every time. Imagine if Magic was a game where you always were guaranteed lands and spells. Would have probably failed a long time ago. Swamp. Ooh, the energy swamp. Fear. Ooh, they do that play? Wow. Crazy. No, no, it makes sense. It's like turn one, 8/8. Buongiorno, Nicholas. Va bene, va bene. I like this play. This is, oh, thank God it's Malaki Rebirth. Man, Malaki Rebirth is just the worst. Every time I play Rakdos Scam, I tell you that you should not play Malaki Rebirth exactly for this reason. Oh, Unholy Heat. It's not bad. That's not bad at all. Do I want a chum block? What's that? Explosives. I don't like explosives in this matchup. In general, explosives is a pretty bad card. I'm gonna chum block. Why not? Drowning the Loch. This does not kill Fury. I can go for a swamp so that if they have a Blood Moon, at least they have a swamp in play. So what if I go Kroxa? What if I go Kroxa? Because they pitched the Spyro. Maybe they have like land Spyring, and if I play Kroxa, I leave them in the squeeze. Yeah. I think it's better to play Kroxa here. Yeah, Lightning Bolt them for punishing. I know, Malaki Rebirth. Such a bad card. Terminate they have in hand, okay. You have one card left. I only have one Lightning Bolt, so it's unlikely we play 4 of this. I remember back in the days of Grixis Shadow with Lurrus, I was a big fan of Lightning Bolt over Unholy Heat. I can somehow enable Delirium. I don't think I can. I don't think I can. I don't know. I do not think I'm very far away from Delirium, actually. Okay. I have 3 cards in hand. Still like Lightning Bolt, sure. Do I chump? Nah. Nah, next turn I have to try and go off. Go Shredder, Unholy Heat here, and just hope to get Delirium. Right? I think so. I'll go Shredder, Unholy Heat on Fury. I'll go double loot. I guess they could have another of this now. I have a bit bona. I have 2 types, so I miss like a lot of types. What do they do here? Oh, wow. I guess they don't need Delirium anymore. Ooh, that Shadow. Ooh, they have engineered explosives though. Discard this land. Let me discard. So I have to not make Delirium, otherwise this thing kills me. I mean, I can't make Delirium anyway. I think I'm discarding Shadow actually. This one deals 2 damage now. I can play land. Pass, because obviously I have to chump block now. They have 4 types in the graveyard. There are 4 cards in the graveyard. I don't want to play Bauble because next turn I can go Kroxa, Bauble, and then loot. It's very much an open game right now. They play a second Fury, pitching Ragavan. They have no cards in hand. It's fine with me. I'm gonna yield until next end step. So as I kill this, I chump with that. If only they kept on Dag Malice, they didn't play it as well. Like, they could have had Undying Malice, the game would have been over exactly now if they just didn't cast as a random. I think they thought my Unholy Heat was lethal, but come on, like, that's such an obvious thing to check if I have Delirium or not. Anyway, end of turn. And also this Explosives is just bad. I say it every time that this card just, yeah, don't bring it in as much as you do. I think I want to take Blood Crypt here. So there are no cards in hand, so I can go... Actually, I can probably just go Drown now. Yeah, now I just Drown. Hello. Let me look at your top card first. Let me look at your top card first. What is it? Molecular Rebirth. Kiss Kifo. Drown. Then I guess I can return Jegantha now. I'm going to 3 though. Do I want to go to 3? I don't think I want to go to 3. Go. Yeah, this is the list that won pairs. Okay, so they draw Molecular Rebirth. I just go Kroxa. Again, this game I should have lost this game. I'm playing, but they only play 2 Bolt. Sure, but better. I mean, I have Kroxa here. By the way, this Kroxa is only 1, and I have escaped it very often. Okay, let me make sure that I keep Delirium around. Alright. I can't lose, yeah. This discard this, and then I have a Kroxa in play. Push, Thoughtseize. Okay. Feels like Kroxa should be a 2 of. Well, when it works, it feels like it should be a 2 of. When it's a Raven's Crime, it feels like it should be a 0 of. Attacks for 9 is basically an Archon of Cruelty. Go. Alright, GG. I've never really been a big fan of Kroxa, to be honest. I was never really a big fan of Kroxa. Oh, by the way, chat, so this is a hoodie that was made by, back in the days we had Team Series. That was a thing of pro teams. And they made a customized hoodie because our team was Team MTG Band Card. We were teaming with MTG Mint Card. We had to come up with a name, and we went for a band card. This hoodie was made in Hong Kong, and they have all like small, I don't know, but like everything was super small. So I got like a medium, and it came super small. I remember like Kalk and Javier just having the extra large, and it was like, it's so like small. And yesterday, as I told you the other day, it's pretty cold all of a sudden, and in my house I still didn't pick up all the like cold clothes, and all I could find was this hoodie from again, when was that? I don't know, 6 years ago, I think. Yeah, Asian sizes are one smaller than European. Well, I have also noticed that in Germany, I think sizes are exactly one bigger than ours. Like, I went to a German H&M in Berlin, and the medium there was so large for me, and there was a medium, not even an L. All right, second match. Big fan of keeping one landers. This deck doesn't care. Chaos Wag. One more Blacklift Cliff Gamer. All right. Drawing land right on time. Very good. Start with a Thoughtseize. And I hold the Bauble for Shredder. PT Hour Devastation? Yeah. I came 12th place in that PT. Let me see. Will Hall.
I would guess that the person standing with Brian David Marshall right now is not called Louis Batchoud. Let's find out.
Thanks, Rich. I'm here with Louis Bachot of France. Louis, you're playing in your very first Pro Tour. It's been sort of a theme of...
Yeah. Alright, Thoughtseize, they reveal me a hand of cards. I'll take the one that kills me and pass. I don't like to rewatch Will Hall PT coverage because it just gives me emotion that makes me very sad because it was the best time of my life and it's never coming back. So I don't want to relieve it. I'm sorry. It just, I shouldn't have clicked on that thing. Now I'll go Watery Grave. I'll go Ledger Shredder, Mishra's Bauble. Loot. Death Shadow. I think I discarded Death Shadow. And pass. Opponent swing discard spell deck, so we don't do that. We'll play Creativity over 80 Rhinos in the next tournament. I don't really have a next tournament. If it was one this weekend, yes, I think Creativity is better positioned. My opponent keeps drawing these bricks. Yeah, very high variance deck, of course. I'm gonna play Kroxa. I drew so many Kroxa. So many Kroxa I drew. Discard it. Yeah, I wanted to go Kroxa plus that Shadow this turn to loot again with Shredder. Yeah. Oh, they discarded a land. You see, like, this deck is so powerful. If your opponent never plays a creature, or rather doesn't pressure you, it's so powerful that you can just simply damage yourself and decide the size of your shadow. I could loot with 2 shadows, but I didn't have a fetch land, so I didn't want to play a 1/1 shadow. Mark Heron, congrats. Thank you for the sub, and hope you're having a good time entertaining yourself from all the world's problem, which are plenty. I'll attack for 7, and then I'll flashback Kroxa. Remaining in Delirium. 9 carte, quindi... I'll take all the lands. Iver, 9080. Thank you to you too. Welcome, welcome to all the... To all the new subs. I appreciate your support. Turu turu tu tu tu. Turu turu tu tu tu. How do you say oops? I misplayed in my language. We say ho cappellato. That's a very nice word. Very difficult to pronunciate for a non-Italian because you have a lot of doubles. Così. Cappella. That's Matti98. We have some rules, and that is one of them. But see, it's like the hat. Almost. Cappello. Almost. Almost. Bene, bene, bene. Hopefully my opponent will bring in some explosives, whereas we will not fall in the trap of sideboarding. Remember, when your deck is good, you don't change it post sideboard. It's basically like limited. Bonjour, lemonas preciatas. Oh, mamma mia. I was clicking keep, then my knee touched my arm, and I almost clicked mulligan, but thankfully. Haro! Blah. Thank you for the 7 people raid. Opponent starts with a swamp, but that means that means something. That means something. But just look at my hands. My hands are all busted, honestly. Like, look how busted is this hand. Mamma mia. Because I haven't been streaming on Fridays for a while, I haven't played Blue Red Murktide in a while, and I have missed the efficiency of these cards, honestly. I'm used to just go Triumph tap turn 1, something boring on turn 2, whereas here you just have so many just cheap, powerful cards. Very good, very good. Alright, do I want to fetch top land? Yeah, let's fetch a top land. I'll go Steam Vent Stabbed, Swamp. I'll be like, you know what, that Shadow, it's not for you this game. No Shadow this game. Let's go Big Burb and Bauble. That's a combo. That's the combo. You killed this? Sure, we got a free loot. Free loot. I think I'm discarding Bird. But this card is just too good. I don't want to touch him. Don't want to touch him. Can you please not Blood Moon me now? Don't Blood Moon me now. Ooh, Ragavan. What deck would I play between Shadow and Murktide? I would play Murktide because I'm way more familiar with it, and being familiar with the deck is more important than the deck being better positioned in the metagame. Exclamation mark deck. Not fetch to easy iteration next turn. No, because if they go Blood Moon, at least I have a Swamp. I guess you meant I did in end? Maybe, yeah. Donuber! Thank you for the chill 1 sub. And now the Blood Moon comes down and my deck goes out. It really does. It really goes out. No, Shadow. Shadow's so weak. Against Blood Moon, Shadow's just the weakest. Et va bon. C'est à toi. I have my friend Gigantic over here. Babine, Ragavan. I'll play K-Command here. I'll make you discard a card. But I don't want to return Shredder. I can't cast it. Yeah, the Swamp was already in end. Sure. I just didn't want to take 3 damage, I guess. I don't know. Also remember, I am a streamer. Streamer usually play pretty bad. I try to play the best, but sometimes I just click on the land that looks prettier, you know? I could return Darcy. I could return Darcy, that's true. That is true. Alright, go. I can't cast Shadow. I'm all in on this Gigantic here. You wanna find you wanna buy you wanna buy Volcanic Island? That's a good purchase. That's good purchase. You can never go wrong buying dual lands. Rest down. Like Tomoal, who once said, don't buy houses, buy Black Lotus. And that's the same for Volcanic Islands. You gotta give money to the bank. Might as well just buy You're still returning Ragavan, don't worry. In my you know when this Ragavan is coming back to my opponent hand? In my end step. No? Am I wrong? I think this stays here now and comes back in my end step. No. Okay. I guess I don't know the rules. Pass. No, it will still return. It will still return. Red. I mean, obviously, because Fable of the Mirror Breaker, sure. And then you cast Ragavan, sure. Yeah, unfortunately, I told you, this is the way we lose. It's the Blood Moon. Vamos, Jegantha! The price of Fable, it's insane. On Magic Online, it's 60 tickets. In paper, it's like 20 euro. Yeah. Good card. Ooh. Oh, Bona. I'll block this in case they have one of the Feign Death. Oh, you know what they have here? They have Fury. That's a Fury if I've seen one. No, Terminate! Va bene, basta, dai, basta. Let's go to game 3. I'm on the play. E niente, I just have to hope they don't have Blood Moon. They don't have Spell Pierce on the play? Maybe. Dress down. One Spell Pierce is all I need. One Spell Pierce is all I need. Maybe drown in the Loch for another Spell Pierce. Yeah. One Spell Pierce is all it takes to counter a Blood Moon. Ok, va. Chiamavo de merda. Alright, keep. That's a bad end. And I played MTGO. So my suggestion, if you've never played MTGO, is first to just watch a lot of MTGO. Then, whenever you play it, whenever you get it, to go to constructed, 2-player queues, but you actually play one-player queue, so that you just play solitary, because the client's just the hardest thing ever. How do I beat Blood Moon? You don't. I mean, you don't have to beat every card. That's not how life works. Thoughtseize. Madonna mia. Tocca per piercare. Steam Vents. My hand's really bad. Un bel po'. La merda. Okay. Can I draw one land? What do I want to draw? Land? Oh, Kroxa? Okay, that's good. Sleep is wrong? That's weird. That's a strange nickname, but thank you for the prime sub. Sleep is wrong. You know what I want to see now? I want to see a grief. Grief? Va bene, anche quello lì, va bene. Sempre. It is always going to be good. If you're playing against Mengu, Doughty Voidwalker is always a good card to cast against me. Okay, now I have to go Iteration, hope to find a Thoughtseize so that they can't resolve a Blood Moon next turn. Bad cards are always welcome on the other side of the table. Alright, blue, red. Thoughtseize? No! Va bene. If I get Swamp... facciamo così. Hand, bottom, exile. I played this and pass. So that I still keep up mana, Unholy Heat for Grief. Or if they go Blood Moon, I fetch a Swamp. Please don't go Blood Moon. 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 No, no. Mamma mia, che paura. That was scary. Scary. Scary, scary, scary. Scary. At this point, I don't have Blood Moon, so let's just go all in duels. Scary, huh? Scary, scary, scary. I need double ray. I guess I can get Watery Grave here. Yeah. Draw. Let's go for my friend Chandelier, who survived the consuming all of the Zugus. And then let's do the thing where I surveil cards in the graveyard that I can cast. That one I can cast, so I'm gonna leave it on top. And then I resolve. Oh, Thoughtseize! Thoughtseize! Alright, let's do hand, bottom, Exilio. Then I fetch for 3 more damage. I take a Blood Crypt. Yes. And then I Thoughtseize you. I'll exile my graveyard, whatever. Goodbye, graveyard. I will not miss you. What you got? What you got? What you got? Bella mano di merda. 3? Basically, either Rakdos can do the thing with Grief and Fury, or it's just a Blood Moon deck. Which is fine. Which is fine. Please don't draw Grief now. No, vabbè, ha pescato Grief, ma non ci credo. Ma porca merda, the only turn I wasn't up with the Discard spell. The only turn I wasn't up with the Discard spell. Ma non ci credo. With the removal spell, I mean. The only time. Va bene, va bene, va bene, va bene, va bene. Ma non ci credo. What do you play there? Undying Evil. You have to play Undying Evil. You have to. You have to. Don't play the other one. But, okay. So they still feign death, meaning that this is a huge thing. Yeah, but I'll probably lose now. That's okay. I told you, like, the Rakdos Scam is a good deck as long as they do the thing. If they don't do the thing, it's a bad deck. But that's like most combo decks. If they do the thing, they win. If they don't, it's like saying Amulet Titan doesn't draw Amulet, you know. That's a reasonable thing. Stake my friend Jegantha. Do hand. And what if I attack here? Let's think about this. I attack, they block, 1 damage, and I go Unholy Heat. They save it. I go Unholy Heat again. Maybe they can't attack. They can't block, right? Yeah, they can't block. And I can't block either, because this is Menace. Alright. Go. Probably do that before getting Jegantha. it's remember, it's important in Magic. If you make a mistake, or rather you change a plan, you don't do like, all right, I played this way, so I have to commit myself. You still can change, even if I return Jegantha and then add another thoughts. It's still important that you're able to change your mind. Okay. Eh. It is what it is. Let's draw a card. Boom. Line board. Okay. If I play Jegantha, let's say I go Bolt on Grief. My opponent goes Feign Death in response. I go Unholy Heat. No. I just have to go Jegantha and hope my opponent doesn't drop much. Avok 100. Thank you, Avok. Welcome for the second month. They said GG in the chat. They said GG in the chat. GG indeed. Alright, good game, opponent. Well played. Well played. We have successfully been scammed. That's okay. Bolt Vessel Heat Grief. Not only Grief was a 4-3, but also they had a Feign Death in end. So, I don't know. I Bolt Vessel, they Feign Death it. What do you do? Returns it 1-1 that kills my thing? Sure. I mean, Jegantha was fine. Like, if they don't have an answer, they can't attack. You had Delirium with Bolt. No, I had 2 creatures land Bolt, so that was 3. Rhinox 72. They also looks like they have a companion. What's your companion? Jegantha as well. Okay. Let's battle. We got lands and spell. What does Feign Death on Vessel do? It kills my channeler. That's bad. You bet? Don't worry. Mirror match? Could be. I don't have any cheap player. I don't mind trying more Thoughtseizes. Yeah, it looks like the mirror match. Played against a lot of Blood Crypt today. 3 in a row, to be precise. I think the weakness of Grixis Shadow has been Blood Moon, and it's a weakness that you can't really fix. So what happens is that you're similar game plan to Blue-Red Murktide, but you'll also lose to Blood Moon, which isn't a thing you should lose against, normally, if you're a Murktide player. You don't beat Blood Moon by having a Feed the Swarm. That's not how it works. Speaking of Blood Moon, I should probably play some. Everyone's playing Grixis or Rakdos. Well, 3 out of the many opponents I played this week played that deck. I wouldn't say it's everyone. Channeler, yeah. Okay, let's terminate this just because I have open mana and I really want to cast some spells. Opponent's having all the fun. First time see me live? That's not true, or you wouldn't have the command first time chatter. think I return Jegantha. This seems like a nice spot. Bom dia! What are you doing in Portugal, Civil Librarian? What are you doing in Portugal, Civil Librarian? Are you eating some peixe de nada? No, I probably just said some random word. But I remember when I was in Lisbon, they said that was the most typical thing. Man, I'm so jealous of my opponent playing Iteration while I just have Jegantha in my hand. Shuffler, listen to me. I want to draw Iteration too. Shuffler. Shuffler, please. Man, Puna is on 6 life. Man, 6 life and Pog, I guess. Very little life. What was that? Kroxa? Ragavan dash? Sure. It's okay, I'm sure. Yeah, I was just messing up with you. You're in vacation for 10 days. 10 days is a lot of vacation. Do you have it all planned? Opponent has no respect for the bolts that we have in the end. Yeah. I mean, that's the good thing that everybody in that decks these days, so you can't really think, oh yeah, I could have two bolts in there, and then they go like, nah, you're a net decker, you copied the list, there's only one in the deck, you know? What? I just Thoughtseize my opponent and see 5 broken spells? That can't be good. Mamma mia! Is this a Thoughtseize concede the game? Oh, no, jag vill bara skriva något show. What if I take the 2 removal spells? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so you have what in hand now? Yeah, 30 creatures. Go. Pastel de Belém. Okay, thank you. Pastel de Nata. It's rare that you play Jegantha. I disagree. I mean, yesterday I just went on a rant on how Jegantha sucks in aggro decks like Affinity and Zoo, but I think this deck is different. This is a Thoughtseize fest, and you'll find yourself empty-handed a lot. Now I just have to top deck a remove my first Jegantha. How am I doing? It's not great. It's not great. It's not great. If you walk down my road, it feels like we are in, I don't know, a war territory. There's also the army now helping with the floods. So it's not great. I have to say, I haven't seen my town so bad in a very long time. I don't think Jegantha helps them. I mean, it doesn't help against Blood Moon. What have you drawn? Thoughtseize? No, my mare! Wait, you're 3 life? That is a Matuna test opponent. You are crazy! On top of that, I caught cold, cough, maybe not cough, but certainly cold, and all my neck is in pain, and shoulders and things like that, so... Why does Shredder not trigger? What? I should try playing it first. I bet. The chat. My opponent just. My opponent was just having fun and then asked, why does Shredder not trigger? Yes. Niente, I'm just gonna draw. Look at this. Lightning bolt. Click. Almost. Almost. Go. Shadow can be an 8/8. So not as big as their shadow. Have I ever thought about implementing rewards for channel points? I dislike that, so I will not, I'm sorry. Okay, I am chump blocking your shadow couple of times. You drown in the Loch, my other shadow. Madonna mia, poi non potete detto se pesco bolt. Bolt, te prego, bolt! Oh, bubble. That's why I kept the fetch land. That's why I kept the fetch land. Oh, Ragavan. Okay. I got one more shot. One opportunity. Bolt. 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 One time dealer. Okay, good game, good game, good game. Now, Shadow Mirror match. I like the herds. Boom, boom. I like... That's it. I dislike Dress Down. And I dislike... Kolaghan's Command. Kroxa, Terminate. What do I dislike? Channeler? Alright, I'll take out Channeler. Yeah, you can bring in Cake Mend. Sure. How do we feel about Grixis Shadow Modern now? Fine deck. In my power ranking on Channel Fireball, it is ranked. It's ranked. Let's see. This is a power ranking at the end of the August, so it's slightly different than now. Eighth place. Wonder if it's better or worse than Rectuscam. Wonder if it's better or worse than Rectuscam. Close. I think it's close. Is Goblin? Yeah, Goblins. I think Goblins and Jeskai Breach would make the list now. You remember when Shadow was playing Swiftspear Become Immense? Yeah, that was aggro Shadow. That was before Iteration, Drown, and I guess also Shredder. Jeskai Breach. Underworld Breach. I don't find it particularly strong, but it wins enough that I think it's important that makes the top 15. Do I want to go with... No, I think I'll start with Chandler. It's like Yawgmoth. It's the same argument. I don't think it's particularly strong, but wins enough that it needs to be recognized. Hello, Matt. Good morning. How is my PT champion doing? Draw. A bubble. What if I just pass here? What if I just pass here? Do I have any thoughts on Infinity? No, as long as Wizards makes money, I am happy. I thought you said bridge. No, bridge. Who you passed? Polkaeva. Then I should have maybe played Thoughtseize. Draw. Okay. Am I going to buy some Galaxy Foil basic lands? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Let me Thoughtseize. I guess I play land. Land Thoughtseize. Buongiorno, Blizzard. Bedtime, what's that? Squeak. Squeak? Dubious Monarch? Um, mm, mm, mm. I think drown and pass here. How dubious is the squee? It's very dubious. It's very dubious. Well, Choclar arts are in Mengucci, but honestly, it's just whatever I found foil at the time. Yeah. Whatever my LGS said in foil, whatever I found foil, and things like that. I don't really care too much. Stick this one. I have a rule for like the old card that I like old art, but when it's like they're all new at the same time, it doesn't really matter what level of new. Like it doesn't really matter if it's a Return to Ravnica, or the other one. But they like, for example, like I don't know, Source of Plowshare has to be old, or I don't know, Lightning Bolt has to be old. So there's some rules. What do you think about Infinity being legally legacy? I think it's cool. I think it's cool. Again, as long as Wizards makes money, I'm happy. You drew that, right? Yeah, you didn't have it. I discarded it. That's okay. Do I fetch for a tap land? You know what? I am. I am. Girl. This might be my first ever attack with Ragavan dashed. I bossed the opponent, give up. I don't know. This is called the chain of iterations. I already explained my Jegantha arguments before, so I won't go on that. Okay, yeah, all right. It's a lot of. That's fine. I can't complain. When you're winning by so much, you lose the right to complain. Is it right to say that Lilian Binding is one of the best removal ever printed? It is not right. Buongiorno, the mid-range guy. Whatever you exiled, all in. Alright, go. Chaining Iteration has big Dick 2 time vibes. Yeah, I mean, this is one of the reasons why Abler, Murktide, and Grixis Shadow are good decks. Dasharoni. What you got? DRC. 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 Gigantic. Look how big she is. She is big. Although I'm putting one to double spell. I will let him, since I don't have a red land in my deck. We the best version of Rebel Master. It could be. It could be. Yeah, for sure. It could be. It could indeed be. What decks other than Domain and 4-color elementals want to run Leyline Binding? I will link you to my exclamation mark YouTube where I literally played like, I don't know, 7 different Leyline Binding decks in the rest in those days. Honestly, just any deck that has fetch land can play Leyline Binding. It doesn't even need to play white, you can splash white. Why let him double spell? Because I have to keep push for Shadow and I didn't have red mana for the other card. So let's begin with an Unholy Heat here. Delirium. Bauble. Well, I'm just graveyarding anything. You are welcome. Delirium. Oh, I apologize. I sequenced them wrong. But at the end of the day, I am clicking buttons right now. I have officially switched off the brain. I switched off the brain, chat. Honestly, you know when I switched off the brain on this game? When I cast the 3rd iteration. Because if you lose a game after casting 3rd iteration, they revoke you the license of Magic Player. So, yeah. You need to go to bed. Oh, don't worry, you can find my content on the YouTube channel every time. Every day a new video comes out. And it's a video. Wait, Squeedubious Monarch now it's coming in. Instead, it's a pigeon. Hello, pigeon. How's it going? No, poor Squee being discarded. Obviously, again, this game was over 3 turns ago, but you have to click the buttons until the life total becomes 0, and that's okay. Now on the draw, do I want to cut down on Channeler to bring in more answers? Chad, they're calling me from Giuliano in Campania. I didn't even know I didn't even know it was a city. Remember to always block the spam numbers. It doesn't even say I can't even refuse the call. Let's block the spam number. Very important. It's basically like the spam bots on YouTube. Same thing. Okay, do I want to come more channeler? Nah, but maybe. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm cutting this all. I want to bring in Spell Pierce and K Command on the draw. Google Pixels have a nice anti-spam. Really? Well, what does that mean, Google Pixels? Google Phone? Oh, sorry. I am an iPhone believer. Cannot betray it. Or the ghost of Apple owner come home to me. What kind of player am I? That's a good question. What kind of player am I? I am a competitive player. That's the answer. That's my official answer to your question. Exactly. If you switch phone from iPhone to another phone, the ghost of Steve Jobs come hunting you, and you can't let that happen. So I've stuck to iPhone forever now. It's the same thing with sleeves. Same thing with sleeves. Open it with a strong 1-2 punch. My hand is pretty clunky, pretty clunky. That's what my hand is. I think I want to go with Unlicensed Source. And that's the reason why Channeler might not shine in this matchup, because Unlicensed Source keeps it in check. I'm very much on the back foot. I'm just gonna take a tap land here. You might have seen me very often fetching this like Watery Grave aggressively. And I think that it's the way to play this deck. I might be wrong, of course. But if you let your opponent attack you, that means that you don't need to shock yourself. And if you both shock yourself and your opponent attack you, you might die of a horrible death. You're starting using Dragon Shield? Boo! Boo, Dragon Shield, boo. Ultimate Guard, yeah. Why not try them? You can't play top lands in this deck. You have too many one drops. Too many 1-drops to play top lands. No, I want to play a Licensor, so I make sure that this channel will never deal me more than 1 damage. The sleeve the Yellow Hat gave you, they were Ultimate Guard. Yellow Hat is another Team Channel Fireball Ultimate Guard member. Dragon Shield, Mate, better than everything. Manalo, you are saved from the timeout only because you have the Espresso Badge. But if you didn't have the Espresso Badge to protect you, it would be timeout. So when people ask me, oh, what do you do with the channel points? You can write purple messages so that you're free from the timeout. That's what you can do with the channel points. You can write questions like, hey, Mango, do you think Renin 6 is going to be banned with the purple message? If you write that message without purple message, that's over. That's the last message. You know, these type of things. What's my favorite deck of all time? That's a good question. I don't know. I'm not ready to answer those questions. I'm sorry. I am just a button clicker that woke up with pain in the neck. These questions are too personal. I'm not ready. Matthew falls with a 40 mons. That's so many mons for my PT champion. So many mons. Madonna mia che male al collo. Cazzo. Aia, aia, aia. Aia, chat. Aia. What do I do here? Ma. What if I simply kill a Ledger Shredder? Ah. Ah. The pain in the neck. Ah. Madò. Basta. Neck pain and international travel is a number. Thankfully for me, I don't have to international travel anywhere. So, I'm safe for now. Matt, when are you coming to Senegalia? We have a beautiful city that is wrecking right now, waiting for you. No, actually, you shouldn't come for the next, I don't know, 2 months probably. Ah, oh, it's the weather. Could be. I wish my mountain wasn't a mountain, but what can you do? I'm very afraid of just getting attacked to death. No, don't play iteration. Please. Okay. Okay. Boom boom. Okay. No, you have to fun to travel again. That's honestly, I'm very happy to hear that. Oh, explosives, Madonna. Alright, let me exile things before they exalt in response. Yes, the broker. Jegantha's back. Eating one cyber slot. The thing is that this deck really doesn't need to sideboard, so one cyber slot in this deck doesn't how do you say? Like isn't as heavy as in the other deck. Ooh. I'm not in a good shape. I am not in a good shape. I'm in a bad shape, in fact. Do I? No, yeah, licensor stays there. Yeah, go. Okay, Kroxa looks bad. Yeah. You play a 1 mana 1/1. I respect it. So chat, you see it? No, come drown in the lock. Porca Eva. Wait a second, run in the lock? That's bad. Am I planning any larger event coming up? Yes, I'll play the the event in Dallas, SCG Dallas. Opponent, I'll teach you a lesson. So you can write this in your book of lessons. I played against Pepengu and I learned one play. Mm. Look. Do you plan to go to Poppergeddon in Roma? Probably, yes, probably. I will see, but I think I can, yes. Allora. I will start with running the lock on your shredder because it is very large. And then I will play a shadow loot. Oh, Thoughtseize, perfect. A pass perché it's not that safe. Very important this game that I didn't shock in the early game, that I never attacked them in the early game, and so on and so forth. Just play defensively because that was the game that I was trying to set up. Of course, this mountain hurt me. I'm not saying it didn't. Like, I could have had another shadow in play now. Alright, what have you drawn now? What have you drawn? Unholy Heat. We got the licensors for that. Alright, you're removing Delirium. So you don't have to attack. Cool. And then you play Kroxa. Cool. No, vabbè, you have Delirium again now. That's funny. That's not that funny. I'm actually a little bit sorry. Am I sorry? Not at all. Who cares? I just need to win. I'm playing a Magic Online League. Sorry, cazzo. Attack me now. Come at me, bro. Go. Yes, opponent learned many lessons. Bro. Kolaghan, comandi. Comandi, signor. Mm. Mm-hmm. Shadow, return shadow. Wish I kept shadow in hand. Can I have lethal? I can't. If I kill this and return shadow, play shadow crew hers. Top with all. You have to block hers and shadow. That seems pretty bad, pretty good. Destroy 2 damage. Because like you have to. No, but then the shadow can be bigger for like the weird shadow rules. I don't know, too many options. Really, just too many options. Too many options. I'm not prepared for so many options. Doo-doo. I think I found lethal, right? It wasn't easy to find lethal, but I found lethal. Okay, 2-1. Okay, round number 4 on the play. Let's start with land channeler Bauble because you need to hit land drops. If I had a second land, I would have started with Ragavan, but this is not the case. So first, you have to make sure you hit land drop. Second, everything else. Let's see what we're playing against. A very good hand? I wouldn't say very good hand. This is a hand that can obviously just lose by itself. Oh, you start with Saga. Amulet of Vigor. Okay. Against Amulet of Vigor, I wish I would play Blur Murktide over Shadow. But we are dealt these cards, so can't do much about it. Let's go. Thoughtseize. I find a land, I'll leave it on top. Ooh. Opponent has the turn 2 Dryad. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take the Dryad, so they can't go turn 2 Dryad. Very good hand for them. They can make a construct if they want, or they can simply play a Shrub Elder. We'll see. Of course, the Blood Crypt on top doesn't let me cast these cards, but it's okay. Oh, they returned the chamber. Okay. Drop. I will Thoughtseize again. I'll get Delirium. No, actually, don't get Delirium, sorry. Do I attack? Yes. I offer the trade. If they want to trade. They don't. And then I play Ragavan. Okay. They don't suck Elder because the top land actually gives them more mana. If they have 2 Amulet in play, the top land gives them 2 mana. Wow, they got Relic instead of Amulet. I guess they just want to draw payoffs. But they don't sacrifice the Relic. Interesting. I think I have to terminate the Sakura. I mean, it's such an awful play, but gives me a treasure for next turn. They suck the Relic. And I exile a Summoner's Pact, which I'm not gonna cast. Pass. I think I had to play Terminate there because if I simply don't play Terminate, I don't have a play this turn, and I don't have a play next turn as well. Okay. My opponent can make constructs. And they return Saga. Blue red. I can play Iteration. Maybe I can get Delirium this turn. Yeah, very important to make the treasure there. Okay, perfect. This is bad. Graveyard. Okay, I don't want Thoughtseize, so I just go hand, bottom, exile. Play this. I'll fetch up a red-blue land. Then I can go Unholy Heat here. Kroxa. Graveyard. And then Unholy Heat. Do I want to Unholy Heat again? Or simply attack? Yeah, I think simply attack. I'm trading my Ragavan away, but I have Unholy Heat up for their next threat. And pass. They replay Saga. They have 4 cards. One I only know about Selesnya Sanctuary. Alright, they do nothing. They probably just have lands. Draw. Cool. I start by attacking. Then I think I'll blink Kroxa. If they go Titan, if they draw Titan, I lose the game, which is not great. So maybe I shouldn't go Kroxa. Okay, let's play Iteration first. I don't want this. Okay. I can go hand, bottom, exile. I have to get Watery Grave, play Shadow, and pass. That's a 7/7, and I have the removal spell for the blocker, so I'm lethal next turn. Very happy I didn't go for Kroxa. Once more, instead of making the safe play, just play Iteration. If your deck is well built, you're gonna find good cards. Sakura Tribe Elder, and you pass. Well, I will Unholy Heat the Sakura Tribe Elder and win the game. Okay, well played. Of course, my opponent didn't draw the thing, but we also had Thoughtseize for their Summon Respect. Good game. You love to see Amulet losing? Yep. Destroy an artifact, deal 2 damage. Alright, good game. You miss Blood Moon on Arena? Yeah, I guess on Arena you don't have fetch lands, so not every deck is 5 colors. These 5 cards come in. I need too many Kolaghan's command. Need too many Kolaghan's command. Let's just only have 2. No, Drown is good. Drown is very good. Because they go Titan, you go Drown and Unholy Heat. It's a nice combo. And whenever you play Shadow, every 2-land end is the nuts. Because you have a billion 1-drop, every hand is just great. What a strong deck. What a strong deck. Just having a deck that's so consistent is really nice. Don't push? Nah. I don't know what I'm looking for, but I'm looking for Delirium, and next turn I have Delirium. That's what I'm looking for. Cavern of Sauce. I don't mind that. We have a removal spell and discard spell. Forest. Sakura Tribe Elder. They're gonna probably shuffle. Actually, that's not true. I'm hoping they shuffle, I guess. Draw 3. I'll fetch, so I get Delirium. What land do I get here? Black, blue. Tap for 3. Yeah, again, super important that you bin the cards with Bauble. As you saw, I didn't even think about it. I just binned. And then I go Thoughtseize. And then I cast Ragavan. I actually like to draw third land here. And then I cast Ragavan. Let's see if they crack the Sakura. They don't, mannaggia. So they drew Titan. Drew Titan now. So they have Titan plus Cavern of Sauce. This might be annoying now. Just round the Titan. Doesn't work. Can't really hit the Titan though, and like it's gonna probably be good. As long as we have this channeler going, it's gonna be good. Are we on any tech? Yeah, you could say the Grixis Shadow is a tech right now because it's a very unpopular tech these days. So it's kind of a tech. Although I draw land here, I'm happy to do so. And then I offer to trade Ragavan with Sakura. I don't care if they trade. You mean like deck building? No, deck building is probably just a stock Grixis list. I haven't seen any, yeah, deck building tech. Okay, so you take 3. Now I fetch down to 10, and I play the Shadow. The Shadow of Death. Look how strong is this deck. We interacted with hand. We have plenty of removal spell. We have a huge board state. We got perfect mana base. Very good deck. Very good deck. Not much to say. You bring your Recto Scan to LGS. Yeah, that's a good choice. Chloe bought Spanish copies? Sure. Vabbè, allora. To do it. Expressive Iteration. Don't dress these. Yeah, we have the combo dress down and Unholy Heat. Alpine Moon? Also not bad. Um, really, I'm not going to get the dress down because I put them dead next turn this way. Enchanted Explosives? Oh wow, that would have been a good card. Thank God you didn't have it. Alright, I'm gonna Alpine Moon the Chamber. Graveyard. Sick. Crowd Chamber. Then I play the Shadow of Death. And then I play Explosives on 0. I want to surveil this to the top. Yeah, in case they draw another Explosives. Ubization Alpine Moon. Gonna get Mountain. So you can play Titan, but you're super dead anyway. Alright, easy win. Easy win. You go Radiant Fountain Bazooka Bong. One mana common, destroy your mythic rare. Tog it all, destroy you. GG. They said they could have used that EE. You could have, but the monkey is here to steal your cards. Monkey is here. On the play for the final. How many lands does this deck play? Exclamation mark deck, and you check the deck list. I think it's 19. Opponent's playing Abosh. Abosh means a lot of removal spells, so I would have probably kept this hand if it wasn't for Abosh. Mulligan. Menozis. 16 months. Thank you so much. How is it going? Second opponent, Rakdos Cam. We played against two Rakdos Cam today. First one and second one. And we lost to the second one. Ooh, Blood Moon. Imagine if I kept this hand and I had double Spikefield Hazard for my Ragavan. Buongiorno Simolone, buongiorno Menosis. Thank you, thank you. You start with a spike. Okay. Draw. Shredder. That's a strong play. I'll play the Shredder. Go. Tourach. Relic. That's Mayashi deck. Mono red with weird cards, let's say. Nice, very strong bubble here. I can go Thoughtseize to discard at least Spikefield Hazard. Maybe they have another spell. They don't. Bubble. I'll loot away. There's Unholy Heat probably. Yeah. Two. Attack for 2, and then it's not fetch, play Shadow. Giretta. Thank you, Mendoza Giretta. The perfect pair. Always subbing in pair. Thank you, thank you. Do I want to bubble myself? Nope. I will hold the bubble. I'll get a red black land and play a 1 mana 2/2 and pass. Let's see if they crack the relic. I'm pretty sure they will. Yep. So they crack the relic. I bubble you. What's on top of your deck? A bolt. Okay, so they have a bolt for my shadow, unfortunately. They have a bolt for my shadow, unfortunately. No, you drew Blood Moon? Mannaggia. Okay. I can't cast this. Can't cast this. Dio Bonino. I think I lose now. Unfortunately, all my losses came to Blood Moon. All my losses today so far came to Blood Moon. I'm not even joking. No, I guess the mirror match. I lost the game here, but both losses to Rakdos Cam came to Blood Moon. This one, I'm gonna lose, and it came to Blood Moon. The Prey Piercer is here. No, cats, so almost in time. The Thoughtseize. Imagine if I drew Thoughtseize last turn, I would have discarded Albosh. Hello, Wixbone. That's called French R. It's just a way to speak, and some people I don't say are born with it because you can fix it. But that's how my father speaks, and I also speak the same way. You kind of like as you grow up, it's easy to learn. It's not anything bad. As a child, like the child make fun of you for that, but when you grow up, it's whatever. Okay, mono red. It's also weird to side in spell pierce for mono red. It's unique. Well, it's a French R. No, I actually like Dress Down. You see, like this is like, how do you even sideboard for this match? Maybe I just cut down all my cards that I can't cast against the Blood Moon. Huh? Maybe we do that. Let's try this plan. So if they play Blood Moon, I only have 7 death cards. I mean, not that if I draw Tourach and Hearse is good. But... Hello, the Magic Dan. How's it going? Very good deck, very good deck. Congrats on your win. You can't Alpine Moon your lands. That's true. You could play Basic Island in the sideboard. I remember a time when I used to do that. But yeah, considering that this sideboard slot are very up in the air, you can play Basic Island in the sideboard. Because again, the only losses came to Blood Moon to me. And I really think that this deck is great and just mostly loses to Blood Moon. Yeah, no, but that's just one Kroxa. No, main deck you don't want to play Island. Honestly, you don't even want to play Mountain, I think, main deck. You saw many times where I had Mountain and I couldn't double spell because of it. What do you think about Belcher in the current meta? No thoughts. If you like that deck, you can play it. I mean, it's fine. Since they printed Boseiju, the deck is worse. But once you accept that, that's okay. Do I think Living End is a strong deck? Yes. You see few of them at 5-0. Remember that 5-0, it's unique. It's not, you don't take 2 of the same deck. So you're gonna find 1 of each type. Also remember that people on Magic Online just net deck each other and don't really, like, you don't really play the best deck every time. Living End is a deck that you'll always find in the important tournaments at the top tables. In fact, it came second in the GP Paris and so on and so forth. Can I ask you why you only played 3 Shredder? Shredder is a card in 3 of, I think. It's sometimes clunky, you won't like it on turn 2, but not even that much. It's 4 of is a card that you really happy to draw many copies of. You just see many copies of it in your hand and you're happy, like Channeler Ragavan. A 3 of is a card that you're happy to draw, but you don't mind missing it some games. Mountain to dodge Blood Moon, right? You would play Island instead of Mountain main deck? I think you'll have some problems with that. Okay, land Ragavan. Nice draws. Let's go pushy pushy. Can I get Delirium? Nope. Take a pass. Pushy pushy. Mountain from the Arabian Nights. Very expensive mountain. Oh, Tourach, look at that. I certainly want to cast these Expressive Iteration. And this will get me Delirium no matter what. I'll have to try and fetch up a swamp. Like, ideally, I find a Thoughtseize with this iteration, so I go Thoughtseize with Swamp from hand. Track against Big Red? Yeah. That's my cyber plan. Big brain. Stonk. Okay. I don't want these things. I'm hoping my opponent doesn't have Blood Moon now. Please don't have Blood Moon. Please don't have Blood Moon. Mags of the Moon. Porca puttana Eva. I mean, they got too greedy. I just didn't want to waste a card. I could have fetched Swamp. Hello, my gato. Flame Slash. That's the Unholy Heat. It's a card I was looking for. I'll go to 5. And if Den of the Bugbear. Ah, now they have another Blast Zone to kill my Shadow. E va bene così. Unfortunately, the limit of the deck is Blood Moon, and we lost to Blood Moon twice. So, yeah. Good games, good games. Maybe Island in the side is good, but as you saw this game, I didn't even want to fetch up a Swamp, because if it ever hurt me, the iteration there. Maybe I should have just accepted the card disadvantage on iteration. Sorry, the card part on iteration, and not go for the 2-for-1, since I died to a Magus of the Moon. But, yep. It is what it is. And thank you for watching this Grixis Shadow video.